and welcome to the 5th and final episode of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer, your video guide to the first 5 issues of your Stormbringer magazine subscription. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Alex. In this episode, we wrap up the series by teaching you the secrets of the Stormcast Eternal's immortality, the mystical reforging process, and how it empowers them to act with selfless bravery in battle.
You'll also be adding a Praetor-Prime to your collection, a brand new model released exclusively for Stormbringer magazine. This miniature is different in more ways than one. It requires a different method of construction than the one you're used to so far, and will guide you through all of it in a step-by-step tutorial.
And finally, you'll need all of your tactical abilities in our final battle, where critical choices will shape the outcome of a skirmish between Sigmar's champions and the evil Kruleboyz. But first, let's talk about the Soulforges of the Stormcast Eternals. You may remember that Stormcast Eternals are made from the souls of fallen heroes, rescued at the moment of their death and reforged into immortal warriors. It is in the Soulforges where mages work their divine magic, rebuilding shattered spirits and sculpting bodies from raw lightning in an excruciating process that, while harrowing, is better than staying dead. After a period of recovery, the reborn Stormcast Eternal returns with newfound battle experience and a burning desire for vengeance. You might be wondering, what happens to their fancy armour and weapons when they die? Are the mortal realms littered with discarded golden masks and hammers? Luckily, the magical material known as Sigmarite bonds a warrior's possessions to their soul and carries their favourite gear back to the realm of heavens with them. This constant cycle of battle, death and rebirth might seem like a raw deal, but the Stormcast Eternals bear it with heroic determination. You'll find out more about their life of war and the striking way they arrive on the battlefield in this issue.
You'll also get your first look into the distant past of the mortal realms, a time known as the Age of Myth. Here, gods walked among the people and the realms knew an unprecedented time of peace and prosperity. Alas, it wasn't to last, and you'll learn more about the calamity that followed in future issues.
Lastly, you'll get a complete unit profile for your Praetor-Prime and the unit of Praetors she leads. They'll be added to your collection in a later issue, but you can get a head start deciding their unit traits and personality now.
Since we're talking about our Praetor-Prime, let's put her together. Unlike the models you've received so far, this miniature has no pegs to slot pieces together. Instead, we use plastic glue to bond each component. This is the usual way Warhammer Age of Sigmar models are assembled, so it's a good skill set to learn. First, you'll need glue. The Citadel plastic glue you receive as one of your subscriber gifts is perfect for the job, and comes with a precision applicator to make sure you don't get it everywhere. Plastic glue works by melting the surfaces of 2 pieces and effectively welding them together, forming a very strong bond once dry. Due to the way it works, it's important to avoid spilling any on detailed parts of the model. Keep a few sheets of paper towel handy to soak up any excess that's in danger of running, and with care and attention you'll have nothing to worry about. Take your clippers and cut out each part of the model, taking special care on thin sections like the halberd's banner. Then assemble the body as shown in the instructions, putting just a small amount of glue on the surfaces marked in yellow. You can always add more if it's not enough, but too much can be hard to deal with. Then press the parts together firmly for a few seconds until they stay in one piece. It takes a few minutes for plastic glue to dry and several hours for it to reach its full strength. So for now, be gentle with the model while handling it. Otherwise, the build process is largely the same as your other miniatures. Avoid putting pressure on fragile parts, make sure every component fits without gaps, and keep referring to the instructions to avoid mistakes. You'll have your Praetor-Prime ready in no time. If you want to use the paints you received last issue to give your model a colour scheme matching your other Stormcast Eternals, this is a great time. And this issue contains a comprehensive guide for undercoating and base coating this miniature. Just make sure the glue is fully dry before you start. It really doesn't mix well with paint. And here we are, one Praetor-Prime ready to crack some Kruleboyz skulls with her whopping great halberd. Now, if only there was another person around to battle with.
A battle, you say? I think it's high time we learned something new.
Absolutely. Warhammer Age of Sigmar is a game of constant tactical decisions. Choosing who gets to swing first can be critically important, as models with high damage and low durability want to dish out as many wounds as possible before they are attacked back. Large units, however, can soak up a bit of punishment and still get some licks in.
In a deadly choice, those decisions will be in your hands. First, lay out the battle mat as shown in the diagram, with each multi-model unit facing the enemy hero. then move them into the centre of the board as before. The Cruel Boys get to choose which of their units they want to attack with first. I'm going to pick my killer boss, as he's a bit less durable than a whole unit of gut rippers. And it paid off. 2 Vindictors have fallen to his boss hacker, and it looks like he'll have no trouble finishing off the rest.
Ugh, curses! I was hoping the Sigmarite armour would hold out. I'd love nothing more than to get back at the fiendish killer boss right now, but my Praetor-Prime only has 3 wounds to stand up against 20 incoming attacks. We need to cut down as many of those gut rippers as possible to improve our chances, and with 3 attacks, each with damage 2, I'm in with a shot.
But will it be enough? Continue the scenario on your own and see how your decisions affect the outcome of the battle. Then run it again and act in a different order. You'll be surprised how much things can change.
So that just about wraps up this episode and this series. But your Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer collection is only just beginning.
Your next issues will contain more models, and issue 6 comes with a band of Hobgrot Slitters. To help get them battle ready, more paints will come in later issues. Eventually, you'll have 2 huge armies led by epic heroes, snarling monsters, and representatives from a whole 6 separate factions.
You'll even get some terrain to use in your games, giving you the complete Warhammer Age of Sigmar experience entirely from this magazine series. Tutorials and battle plans will guide you through the Warhammer hobby step by step, gradually adding rules until you can play a game in your sleep.
Each issue will immerse you in the lore of the mortal realms, from the dark days of the Age of Chaos to the current era of the Beast. Before long, you'll be a certified Mortal Realms expert. You can buy individual issues in many good hobby shops, supermarkets, and newsagents, but subscribing will ensure you complete your collection.
If you haven't subscribed already, you can head to the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer website right now. There are even some exclusive gifts just for subscribers.
Thank you very much for watching.
And we'll see you on the battlefield.